page number 106. Let me write it down on the board. Okay. So we were reading about Maria Sharapova. So regarding her achievement, she really, like, within a very short span of time, like around 4 years, with just 4 years of professional training, she started achieving her goals. She started acquiring the top position in women's tennis. So when the interview happened, she said the motto of her success, or the secret of her success, that she thinks working hard is her job, and that belief only always kept her going for the top. Okay. Though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, she proudly parades her Russian nationality. Clearing all doubt, she says, "I'm Russian. It's true that the US is a big part of my life, but I have Russian citizenship. My blood is totally Russian. I will play the Olympics for Russia if they want me." So Maria is not only like a very good sports person, but she is also a patriotic person herself. Okay, she loves her country, and she is proud to tell herself as a Russian. Though she has been trained in America, in the USA, she was able to build up her career after coming to USA. Okay, so she is thankful, she is grateful to that part. But when it is asked, when the things are asked to her, that um, whether she will be representing Russia in the Olympics or not, and that time she used to say that definitely there is no doubt, I am, first of all, I am a Russian. If I get such an opportunity to represent any country in the Olympics, I will definitely stand for Russian, because she believes that her blood, the blood that is running through her veins, that is Russian. Okay, and there is no change in that. And she is a very proud Russian woman. Like any number of teenage sensation, Maria Sharapova lists fashion, singing, and dancing as her hobbies. She loves reading the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle. Her fondness for sophisticated evening gowns appears at odds with her love of pancakes with chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks. So as because she is just a teenager, she is not even a proper, like, mature adult, so she is having that young, that young energy. So at that time, in the teenage time, like other teenagers, she is also like very similar to the other teenagers. Even though she is a very good sports person, she is just like a typical teenage woman, a teenage girl. Okay, she loves fashion, means she is very much interested in fashion, whatever is going on in the trend, like regarding the dress and regarding the accessory, she is very fond of it. Okay, she is very fashionable. Singing and dancing, these are all her hobbies. So she loves to sing, she loves to dance, she is very energetic and life enjoying girl. Not only that, apart from singing, dancing, and fashion, she also loves to read novel. And especially, she was fond of one particular author, that is Arthur Conan Doyle. So Arthur Conan Doyle, he is a famous author who created the famous character of Sherlock Holmes. Okay, the novels, the detective stories of Sherlock Holmes. The who was the author? Arthur Conan Doyle. So she used to read him a lot. And her fondness for sophisticated evening gowns appears at odds with a love of pancakes with chocolate spread and frizzy orange drinks. In one hand, she loves to dress up in very, like, nice gowns, evening gowns, which are very slender and which are like fitting to the body. As you can know, fashionable women, they are not supposed to be fat, they has to have a very slender body, so that they can wear the all the good dresses. Okay, like gowns and all. So she is fond of that. She will buy a lot of gowns. She loves to indulge herself in the fashion of the time. But on the other hand, she was also fond of pancakes. Now these pancakes with chocolate spread and frizzy orange drinks means like the junk food. She is fond of this, that fat rich, cholesterol rich, buttery, chocolatey, okay, sugary kind of substance. Frizzy orange drinks means aerated orange drinks, just like the Fanta or Mirinda, something like that. Okay, so she is fond of those soft drinks which are sweet, which are having a lot of sugar content in it. She loves to have that. She also loves to have pancakes which are rich in fat and cholesterol, but she doesn't care. On the one hand, she is supposed to be bothered about, means, no, I should not take this kind of food, otherwise my figure will not be proper, my figure won't be maintained, I can't wear my fashionable dresses. She was not at all bothered. She loves to wear the fashionable dresses as well as she loves to eat these kind of foods. So that is why these two likings are very contrasting to one another. Okay, it won't go, because if a person loves to dress up in fashionable clothes, they will avoid such food, because such food will actually create a kind of accumulate a lot of fat in the body. Normally that happens, but it's quite strange about Maria Sharapova. She won't do that. Maria Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. Her talent, unwavering desire to succeed, and readiness to sacrifice have lifted her to the top of the world. Few would grudge her the riches she is now reaping. This is what she has to say about her monetary gains for tennis. Of course, money is a motivation. Tennis is a business and a sports, but the most important thing is to become number one in the world. That is the dream that kept me going. So Maria Sharapova is cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. Means you can't keep her like what category she is, whether she is a sports person or whether she is a fashion icon or whether she is what. You can't actually categorize her. It's like kind of difficult to categorize because she is interested in a lot of things. Okay, she is specializing in a lot of things. Her talent, unwavering desire to succeed, and readiness to sacrifice has lifted her to the top of the world. So she is obviously talented. It's because of her talent as well as her hard work. Okay, that for along with the talent and her hard work and her willingness to sacrifice, there there had been a lot of sacrifices in her life, which ultimately resulted in her success. Because of those things, she had she was able to reach this top level. Okay, so many people all over the world, they will think that, oh, she is such a rich woman, she is having so much of money. They may feel kind of negative towards her, that she is very rich, she is having a lot of thing, what can we do, this that kind of negative feelings might be there in some people. But when she has been asked, how do you feel, because often people may feel jealous of your success, of your money, how do you take it? Then she would reply that, of course money is a motivation. It's a very practical truth. See, we all are actually trying to earn money in some way or the other. We are running after money, so money is a motivation for you also. If you are supposed to make a career, okay, when you are supposed to make a career on a particular field, what is your goal? Your goal, ultimate goal, is to earn money. Obviously you are not going to go to a career just because you like it or just because you are fond of it. Obviously some outcome need to come, some monetary outcome need to come, you must need to have some income there, otherwise you will not go. So money is obviously a motivation. She is not refusing that, she is actually accepting that money motivated her. Tennis is a business, because these entire games, whatever, tennis, football, badminton, cricket. Okay, right now the cricket is a very big business, grand business going on all over the world. So these all sports, these are all organized. These are actually a big business campaign. A lot of money is extracted out of this entire sports. Okay, so in that way, tennis is also a business. As well as business, it is also a sports. Okay, it's a sports which is based on a business. So Maria Sharapova, she has the passion to play tennis. She wanted to become a tennis player, but she became a professional tennis player because tennis is a business as well as a game. So here she can express her talent. She can do what she loves to do. She is passionate about, and in return she will earn something. She will have a good income because it is a business. But then she's telling, but the most important thing is to become number one in this world. So for her life, the most important thing which she was hungry for, what was that? Is to become number one. Okay, so that pull, okay, that force constantly kept on pushing her towards that ambition, towards that goal. She kept on moving, she kept on going, she never stopped to look anywhere. She kept on going because she wanted to earn money, she wanted to go for her passion, and she wanted to become the best. She wanted to win. So these three things motivated her, and she gradually went towards her success, and she finally reached the top. Sound is not coming proper. Whenever you are coming, you're telling me the same thing. Okay, Ronak is present. Okay. So I am planning to give you some assignment. So I will be mixing these two chapters, Maria Sharapova as well as Santosh Yadav, and I will be giving you some um, short questions, mixing these two chapters regarding the theme of life and achievement and determination. Related to this theme, I will be giving you some questions. You have to solve the questions, and I will send the link in the e-portal. So in that particular link, as I used to send before the grammar works, so in that link you will upload your assignment task, okay, in a PDF format. Those things I will mention to you later on. Okay, I'm just informing you now because you are having a lot of practicals to handle right now. So you first handle all the practicals. My part I will give you slowly. Okay. Okay. So next day we will be starting one small poem from here. So we have completed Reach for the Top, Santosh and Maria. On killing a tree, we will start on killing a tree in our next class. Okay, after that, after completing this poem, I will be giving the notes on the poem, necessary notes, and then next we will go to the book moments. Okay, from there we'll complete one chapter. So only like around two chapters are left from this book then. Yeah, that will be fine. We are almost reaching the end of the syllabus. Okay, so that's all for the class. You're having any question, you may ask me. If you're having any question, you may ask me now. Okay, Masraful also present.